Hey!
Welcome to Dave's Dimension, the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. We are the Dimension.
Hey guys, welcome back again, Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So I want to welcome you guys back for another unbox. This time we are jumping back into the Marvel universe, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the Marvel universe. You guys will know what I'm talking about in just a second. And you guys know I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Now, I've been hunting and hunting and hunting for the retro cards. Now, I came across one, not from the current wave, but from a previous wave. So we're traveling to the future on this one. We're going Spider-Man 2099. Now, unfortunately, I cannot find him in store. I had to go the eBay route for him. So, finally got my hands on Spider-Man 2099. We're going to check him out. We're going to unbox him. Yes, I know, sacrilegious, especially given the awesome card that he's on. The very cool retro style from 90s Spider-Man. Although, 2099 was never in there, but they gave him the card back anyways. But he looks very awesome in this. I mean, this would be an amazing display piece. But we are going to rip him open. We're going to give a sacrifice, so to speak, to the infamous powers that be in the toy world. We're going to crack him open. Now, I mean, everything is very awesome on here. I mean, we get to take a look at the accessories they give him. We get extra hands in here. And I don't see a web effect on here, but we're going to crack this open and give it a nice good look. Now, there is a little synopsis on the back of these cards. When a lab accident causes half his DNA to be rewritten with a spider's genetic code, geneticist Miguel O'Hara becomes Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099, that is. So let's get right on into this, guys. What do you say? What do you say? Okay, now, here are the accessories. We get his little web cape that will just peg right onto his back, as you guys can see right here. We got kind of a faint metallic look to him, opposed to some of the other Spideys. We get that futuristic, kind of a vicious variation of the spider. Now we get some clawed hands right here. Like he's going to rip somebody's head off, which I think looks pretty badass. We have some little spikes on his arms right here. Some tendrils, I guess you could call them. Now he gets some wall crawling hands in here, which is pretty cool. We don't get any kind of a thwip hand. So there is that. We do get some fist hands, obviously for fighting. We get the wall crawling, but that's about it. Now this is very similar body to what we see kind of on the Power Rangers. And if you're a Power Rangers fan, we get the little torso, we get a little twist at the waist. We got a little bend on the back torso. It doesn't go backwards, just only a little bit of forwards. So his head doesn't have a whole lot of movement. I mean, he can look up and down. You can't even, like, his neck joint is a little stiff, so he can look side to side, but it's kind of hard to get that kind of a ball joint kind of twist. So he's got some limitation when it comes to movement. But all in all, I like the finish on here. One gripe I kind of have is if you look up close, the hip right here looks more metallic than the leg does. The upper calf, the upper part of the leg right there. So we got a little bit of bending here. I don't think that's on purpose. I think that just has to do with how it's put together, some of the plastics. So that might be something you guys might want to be careful about. I could see that kind of, see if the leg is really loose. Kind of have that a little bit here too. So you guys might want to be careful how you're posing him, because I could see that potentially breaking. So I would be very careful about that, guys. Now that could just be a QC issue. It could be, a case of, your models may vary depending on the case. But the paint apps, I think, look tremendous on here. It's all paint on the front, none on the back, which it should be, because that's how he was in the comics. I love the detail here on the webbing. That's his web cape that just pegs right into his back right there. Let's see how well it actually stays on. It looks like it stays on pretty well. We can kind of twist that around like if he's standing in the wind. You know, it's something you could do. It's a nice, cool little effect. Now let's take out his arms. I mean, the arms look a little bit thin in the forearms a little bit. It's been a while since I read any 2099 comics. So that could just be my memory being a little vague. Trying to see how much I can bend his foot forward. And I don't want to force it. It seems really tight right here. If you guys can see that. It's really tight right here. I don't want to force that in. It almost looks like some of the figures, there's almost like a little bit of a, like I know in some of the Star Wars figures, it's been reported that this is kind of loose. I don't want to force it. And it almost looks like that could just be the seam of the plastic right there. But I don't trust that. I wanted to do kind of a crawling type pose. And I'm almost afraid to do something like that. Like I could do something like maybe like he's like this. But I kind of wanted to bend his foot forward. So I might just try to do some other kind of pose with him. This leg thing is really starting to bother me here. It's really making me nervous. So I really don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of posing with Miguel here with Spidey 99. Because I mean, just take a look at that. I mean, it just seems super, super loose, guys. It's just like here. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. You guys see that? Anyone who, and by the way, if anyone's watching this video and you have the same figure, let me know. Do you have the same issue? I mean, look at that twisting. I could see that snapping. I mean, it makes me all kinds of nervous right there, guys. Is this a quality control issue? Because I really don't see that so much on the other leg. Let me get this. I really don't see that so much, but I see it really on here. I just think that's going to break off, and I'm really worried about that. Let me know if you guys have had that same issue. I really would love to know if you have, and if you did you have any tricks that you came across to help you to, to preserve the figure and to avoid any kind of damage like that? I would really love to know. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, he's a Spider-Man, so of course he's going to have a special place. However, I will say this, because of that leg movement, because of the joints, I'm feeling very nervous about. I'm going to give him an 8. I hate to say this, and I know I'm being super critical. The paints on here were tremendous. I think he looks fantastic here. All in all, I love the metallic look. That kind of sheen to him. The paints, I think, were great. It's just the joints. I could see this easily breaking. If I wasn't a collector, if I was like a 12-year-old kid, I could see it easily breaking. I could see stuff happening, and that's my concern. So I'm going to have to be very careful with this. I'm going to stick him on a stand for now, because I just don't want to take any chances with some serious damage coming to him. Do a little stand like that. I have to try and bend my stand back a little bit. Kind of keep them in a... Keep them in a pose like this. See if I can peg that into the side. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep them in something like this for right now. It's just that, you know, the leg just has me very nervous. Now I think I have like his fist up like this, and his left arm, his left hand with the claws, like he's about to rip some robot's head or something like that. So I think I'm going to keep him like that. It's just that left leg has me all kinds of nervous, guys. And I mean, I'm just really worried about it. Yeah, I can kind of pose like this, almost like he's launching himself towards someone. What do you guys think? I'm just worried about that leg. I'm super worried about it. It's got me concerned. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to give this about an 8.5 at best. It's just that leg joint has me all kinds of nervous. I really don't repose my figures all that often, but for someone who does, that's a big worry for you. So yeah, there we are, guys. A very quick review of Spider-Man 2099. A very awesome card. If I knew about the leg issue, I probably would have kept him in card, to be honest. I probably would have kept him in card. But he's an awesome figure. This is going to go with my Spidey collection. It's about time I got my hands on a Spidey 2099. I was trying to win one last year, hints. But very awesome figure. It's just that joint, that left leg worries the hell out of me, guys. If you guys know of a trick or anything I could potentially do to reinforce that, please let me know in the video's description below. Or do you think this is something I can reach out to Hasbro on? Let me know, because I mean, I just have a lot of concern about that leg. So, well, there we are, guys. Just a very quick video. If you like this, give me that thumbs up. If you didn't, give me that thumbs down. Let me know your comments, questions, queries in the comment section below. As always, if you like this video, there's always that obligatory red button you can always hit to get updates when we drop new videos or do some very awesome live streams coming our way. We have a few coming in the next few weeks. Also, if you guys want to contribute to the channel, there is our Cash App right there to help us get some amazing items coming our way. I'm trying to get in some bigger and better things. We've got the 3-0 Green Ranger back there. Looking at possibly getting another Ranger, or maybe, who knows, maybe a hot toy or some other sideshow collectible type item. We're looking at a bunch of different things. Join us for that. And please, speaking of joining, drop into the video description below, and I want you to check out our YouTube warriors. Those everyday people just like you and me who make amazing content that you don't want to miss out on, guys. Also, you'll see some links for some other events and other activities that yours truly is in. We have the Ride for Roswell, which is a fundraising event that Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute does every year. I'm actually enrolled in it. Not the cancer part, but the fundraising part. I'm actually doing a 30-mile ride this year. So please help me help Roswell. So please help me do the Ride for Roswell. And please, there's a link there to the donation page, which you can donate directly to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. So please, that goes towards cancer research and cancer treatments. Please help me make a difference. So until next time, guys, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busted. And you know what I'm going to say. I will always catch you on the flip side. Take care.